And to go back in, like, when an artist is telling you to love yourself as you are, they're doing a greater work. It's not a work, art itself is a greater work. It stands the test of time. You Die is behind. All, Tina Turner's music is here. Prince music is here. Can you imagine a life without Prince? My stepfather, the abusive one, like, he made me watch Prince at a young age. Like, he would show me all this music, like White Snake, and he kept me quite literally, like, he wouldn't let me listen to rap because he didn't want my mind contaminated. When he bounced, I scoured through all the rap, because it was something that he didn't let me do. So then I gravitated to it. But before that, he placed massive amounts of music in my brain that, and now with that same mindset, as I got older and I had certain experiences understanding how psychedelics has been a huge influence into music, I started really going back and, like, enjoying 60s music, 70s music, 80s music. Yes, of course, we were born in the 80s. I'm an 80s baby. But even older music, and even blues, rhythm and blues, like bluegrass music, and now we have our own, like, bluegrass movement, like Tall Man and stuff like that. So, we're coming to a place full circle. And then what's this song that just blew up with Phoenix? I don't know how to say his name. He's lip syncing, or they're saying that's an AI song. I mean, does it really matter? What I think it really proves is that we want music that brings us to feel good again. Like, I like rap. I love rap. It's gangster. I like rapping. I like saying what I have to say when I need to say it. There's this gangster quality about it. But you're not getting up and dancing to rap. And Soulja Boy and that's a phase. But you're not getting up and like jamming and dancing to rap, or you cleaning the house, and it's not the same. Yeah, you probably get into it, but it's not the same. And that's why, like, I really advocate for versatility, because some people are so locked in. It's just funny, man. There's mad shit going on in the world. The FIFA, I was in Boston the other day. FIFA fans everywhere, and it flooded. Like, the world's energy is real high. Then that happens. Knicks win. They trash the city. And that's like a great point. Like, America, like, we're some hooligans. You go to places, they don't trash their places. Everybody leaves. Everybody's civil. They take care of your environment. And I seen some people that were helping New York City clean up in the morning. Shout out to that. When I was in Boston, as a matter of fact, it's funny too with the trash thing. Like, that's one of the things that I thought about. I was looking, I was like, damn, man, per square foot, there's like probably fucking 200 people. And I'm looking at everybody, I'm like, yo, every one of these people gotta pee, they gotta shit. I can imagine how difficult it is to keep everything clear and moving, and the disposal and removal of just people's feces. We're not even talking trash, just their bio stuff that comes out of them. How difficult it must be to keep cities clean, It's really crazy. It's a really crazy concept to think. People, like, don't understand how grateful they should be in environments like that, especially to be able to breathe properly, to be pretty sanitary. It's really insane. I think about all this shit. I don't know, maybe I'm like the biggest weirdo on earth, but I grew up busting my ass, being abused, not able to take any kind of shortcuts for anything, having to do every single thing right, being told I'm not shit, to coming into this type of person who learns that actually, yeah, I am something. Actually, yeah, I can learn anything. I mastered, like, cooking in IHOP, and then I get into another career. I master that to a degree. Then I end up buying a big piece of equipment, master that to a degree, and then I end up selling because I had to get out of it. Master the failure of, like, damn, I put everything into this. I've been sleeping 2 hours a day, and I still gotta walk away from this, and step down and become a regular employee again. That shit is crazy. So you gotta deal with that. I dealt with not falling into like misery and depression. I found photography in that period. Photography turned to videography. And I don't even do it that much now, but I learned everything. That's the part. So now when I'm ready, I can do everything. I understand how to set camera settings. But also I got into construction with Portuguese people. Them people, they took that last ounce of laziness out of me, that last ounce of humility. They placed that shit there, and ever since construction, I have not been able to not build. Because construction taught me that every day you get as far as you can on the build, no matter how hot, no matter the agony, and when you're done, the day's done. Go home, have some beer, love your kids, get back to the thing the next day. At the end of a season, when you look back like, damn, I moved all that shit. Construction changed my mind. It changed everything. I always thought I was a strong man, and I was. I always thought that I was smart, and I was. But construction started taking my brain, and I started thinking about every single commodity that exists, from material to transportation to how things are built to how foremans are dictating stuff. Laws are passed, rules, architectural, structural things that need to be had so things don't fall down on the ground. Churches, the ungratefulness of people when you're in construction, and people, all right, check it out. You gotta go to work. There's traffic everywhere. You fucking mad. You're driving by the construction people who are building a street for you, and you're honking at them and cursing the fucking construction. You guys, and there's many of you, it's like 80% the ratio of miserable fucks out in the road versus normal civil people that can slow down or stop for 5 minutes so that people can do their job and they can enjoy what's being built. And the thing I learned in the process is no church, no irrigation system, no electricity, no school, no home that you ever lived in or apartment building if you from the ghetto. None of that has ever been built without construction. And here's a bunch of miserable people who got some kind of job that they think is super important. It's just a job at the end of the day for everybody. And are you doing work that actually provides an environment for other people to live? Right? So you get placed in a different bracket in my mind now. You could be an accountant. You could be a banker. You're not allowing someone to shit in their house. You're not creating something that is really like, I don't know how to say it. You can work anywhere. But construction people, man or woman, it's mostly men because it's really fucking aggressive. They're the people. They run the world. Construction runs the world. They create everything. And creating like nothing to something. And that has transferred over into the art too. That's why I was able to do my 3 projects, because I realized, no, just go make that song today. Yeah, it sucks, whatever. Fix it tomorrow or leave it like that and just make something else. Construction. Everything I just said, I applied that to the music. Right now, I can't 100% apply myself to the music, which I should. I should just say fuck everything else and focus. But I also got big boy responsibilities. And in the summer is when the pressure gets high in what we do. So that's just something that, I wanted to say this because there's so much that I got to say personally that can help. It can help you think differently. You might not want to hear it. I might not say it in some like way that is accommodating to fucking feelings or anything like that, but it's raw truth. So I don't know if you take anything from this, even if you're not gonna grab a shovel or go put on an orange shirt or nothing like that. I don't expect you to, but I do encourage thinking about the whole of the world. If God needed help, you pray all the time when you need help. If God needed help, well, you gonna lift some weight or what? You're gonna do something? You're gonna help your brothers and sisters? You're gonna say something important? or nah. You know, I don't know. That's all. That's how I've been thinking lately. But anyways, yo, have a good day. Conquer all.